Why do men hate women? It is told to us from a very young age that we need to find a good woman, get a house, get some kids, and be the protector and caretaker and expand on our bloodline. It is our destiny as a man to take care and provide for our family. But to be able to do that, we need a woman. So why do we hate these women? Well, as a young incel, I can tell you, I'm not an incel anymore, but when I was younger, I used to be one of these guys considered an incel. Mgtow, angry guy on the internet blaming women for all the things that were lacking in my life. Now, looking back on it though, I think I got a couple of answers on why men hate women. And it's not entirely our own fault, okay? Listen up. Men have always been told from a very young age that finding a woman is your purpose in life. You need to be strong because you want to find a woman. You need to be smart. You need to be rich. You need to have a good job. You need to work hard. All these things should be motivated by the fact that you want a good woman in your life. You're not doing this because you love yourself or because you want to improve on yourself. You're doing it because you're on the hunt. You're chasing women. That's always the end goal. You need that woman because you want to build a family, which you come from, and your dad will tell you if you want to build a family like your daddy did, you need to work hard and you need to prove yourself to a woman, right? You gotta dedicate yourself to something in order to get a woman. It's all based on finding a woman, pleasing a woman, being a good option for a woman. Now, as a young kid, you get told these things, but these things prove to be lies. Working hard, dedicating your life, practicing something, finding a good job, even getting rich are in no way a sure shot at getting a girl in your life. I had to learn this the hard way. Now, wars have been fought over women. Civilization have been destroyed over women. Cities have been burned over women. We know how important women are, right? We as men, we lose our minds over girls. We go crazy. We lose all logical reasoning and we just go berserk over that little bit of intimacy, that love, that connection with a woman. We want to be loved so much. We want to be chosen. We want to be the best option. We want to be the baddest guy in the room. We want to be that guy that gets chosen by a woman over all the other guys, the alpha male. Now, if you understand how we were raised when we were younger, as a young kid, I was indoctrinated by my father and my mother telling me that I needed to be a good man in order to find a good woman. Now, definitely some truth in that. It's a law of attraction. Be a good person, you'll probably find a good person. But there's way more than that. There's emotional support, there's relationship building, there's trust, there's communication. There's so many things that we don't get taught. We only get taught how to make money and get a good job and be strong and lift weights, but that's not the way to the heart of a woman. We don't learn how to communicate. We don't learn how to talk to these women. We don't learn how to understand women, the psychology of a woman. Now, women are way smarter than us on a very younger age, emotionally developed. They understand men way better than we even understand ourselves. So you guys got a head start on us. That's one of the reasons that we may slowly start to develop some hatred towards women, because if everything you're doing is for women and all the things you're doing is according to what you've been taught and you're following the blueprint and it's still not giving you any attention from women, then some frustration might set in with you. And now we're at the first reason why men hate women: expectations versus reality. Men expect certain things from women because we've been taught this. This doesn't come out of thin air. We did not come up with this ourselves. Men have been taught certain toxic behaviors that later on in life you choose to unlearn, or you choose to live in that ignorance and rot in it, just like I did. I choose to live in that ignorance, that hate, that anger that's been taught, that how to be a badass and be angry and look angry and be tough and be an alpha male and work out and be strong and testosterone all the time. Don't show any emotions. Don't be weak. Work hard. Dedicate your life to something. Build a family. Don't complain. Don't whine. Don't cry. Right? All these things were told to us in order to get something. And when that reward is not at the end of the road, we're thinking, why did I do this? What was the reason for all of this? If women are not going to give me attention anyway, our expectations was wrong. And we never came to the point to unlearn these things. Thankfully, I found a great woman in my life which helped me unlearn these things. She helped me look at the truth of life and relationships as it is now. For me, I'm with her 8 years. I've learned so many things about this. Before, I did not know these things. I had no clue. I was angry all the time. I was frustrated all the time. I felt like someone was taking things away from me. I was promised certain things and I got nothing. Reason number 2 of why men hate women is self-love. We are not taught to love ourselves. Now, women get taught to love themselves at like 4, 5, 6 years old. Put on a nice dress. Give that girl fix her hair. Put a little makeup on that girl. Give that girl some pretty clothes and make her look pretty when she goes to school. Now, what do we do with boys? We teach boys to fight, roll around in the mud, wrestle, be nasty, be badass, be angry, be tough, right? Be strong. But none of that has anything to do with self-love. How do you take care of yourself as a man? How do you treat yourself? How do you make yourself feel good about yourself? When is the time that you think about yourself and the things you did and reflect on all the achievements that you got as a man? I mean, it's kind of silly. As a man, you're just taught to keep going. Just keep moving. You don't do your makeup in the morning. You don't make yourself look pretty. You don't fix your beard. You don't go work out. You don't buy a nice expensive perfume for yourself. You don't buy nice clothes for yourself. These are all nonsense, gibberish. My dad told me just work, man. What the hell are you spending money on a fucking, get a car, man, drive to work. Get your driver's license. All these practical things for life. Men are taught to be so practical. Why? I never cared about being practical. I don't even know how to put oil in my fucking car. I don't want to know this. But I've been forced to learn these things. For what? For women to take care of my helpless wife, while at the same time women get taught self-love. Take care of yourself, make yourself look pretty, make yourself look beautiful, right? Put on little facial masks, sit back, relax, take 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes for yourself, set a cup of hot tea, sit down, watch Bold and the Beautiful. Now when do men even think about themselves in that way? Are you getting what I'm getting at? And the third reason why I think a lot of men hate women is the lack of purpose. We just talked about why, the motivation, right? The way we got raised was in order to motivate us to get certain rewards, as in attention from females or intimacy with females. Now, a purpose is beyond that, is bigger than that. We have never been taught a purpose. Now you've seen this new movement of men coaches online on Twitter and YouTube. They've been telling men you gotta find your purpose. Your purpose is not to protect and take care of your family and build a family and get some kids. Just as a woman's purpose is not only to get and make kids for a man. You need something bigger than that. You need to find a way to be of service to people in a bigger way than just building a family. This world is now a whole new world, and we are not preparing our men for that. We need to prepare them for the part that's gonna be the father, but we also need to prepare them for the part that's gonna find and need to be of service for society, for humans. How are you gonna bring your energy, your masculine, strong energy, and put it in the world in a positive way? How are we gonna do this? These are two parts of raising a young little boy. We always seem to leave out the second part, the purpose. Right? When you see all these incels and Mgtow guys, they seem to lack a purpose. And that also, ties in with not finding any women, because not having a purpose is the least attractive thing a man can have. That's why all these ugly guys got girls, because they have a purpose. They master the craft. They're making money out of something, or they're doing something very well. If it's YouTube or movies or music or business, we don't always get told that we should master a craft. We should just do something because we want to provide, not do something because we want to master it. I think this is one of the big issues if you look at the incel, the Mgtow, and all these communities of men coming together and blaming women. The issues they have is not having a purpose, because if you have a purpose, you don't need a woman in your life. You don't need a woman to fulfill you, to complete you. You're already complete. You're a done project. You're finished. You're not a work in progress that needs a woman to complete him. If you have a purpose, if you're working on something, if you're mastering something, if you're disciplined, if you're committed to your craft, then a woman is a great addition to your life. But it's not the end all. We men have been told that getting a woman in our life is the end game. It is not. It's not even the beginning of the end game. It is nowhere near the end game. It is just an addition to your life, a partner in your life, a co-op experience in life. But when you don't have a purpose, and when you don't get taught self-love, and when that expectation does not add up to reality, when all these three reasons in your life have a big role in the way you got brought up, then the blame game. It's easy to play the blame game, because I truly believe that incels and Mgtows have been a victim of something. I have been a victim of something as well, of misinformation, of lies, of neglect, emotional neglect by our parents who never taught us to be good men, good people. They taught us to be in service of women, which made us angry and frustrated. And now society jumped in on that as well and told us to be of service to women. And everybody's telling us to be of service to women, and at the same time, women don't give a fuck about it. So what do you think happens in here? We need to find someone to blame, because we've just did the right thing. In our head, we did the right thing. We listened and we lived according to the things that have been told to us. Now there comes a time when you have to unlearn these things, and you're gonna have to focus on yourself, find a purpose, and a woman can be an addition to your life and not the end game. But fortunately, blame game is a lot of times a lot easier than looking at yourself and taking accountability from believing and eating up all those lies that you've been told, from not being critical enough, not doing your own research and thinking about life in your own way. Right? But who can blame you? We were all told the same lies and we all believed it. It's more so how you deal with the moment when you unlearn these things. That's the crossroad. Red pill, right? What these guys call the red pill. That's the crossroad. When you start to unlearn all the lies that have been told to you, are you gonna go left and get angry and get pissed off and blame women for whatever you've been taught in your life? Or are you gonna go right and decide that you are gonna take ownership from now on, gonna take accountability, and not let women or anybody else anymore decide your state of mind, your emotions? So to you guys and women, that's why we hate you guys. I hope you guys understand. Listen, I just hope you guys understand a little bit where I'm coming from, out of our own personal experience, and also out of a cured, no longer incel guy. You know, I love doing these videos. I love it when you guys leave comments, even the negative ones. I truly love interacting with you guys. I think even the Mgtow and the incel community have awesome people in there with a lot of great insight, and also, you know, the anti-Mgtow, the anti-incels, a lot of great people in there as well. I'm learning a lot of things, and I hope I can be an addition to your guys' knowledge as well, and we can exchange some information and be smarter people together, okay? Leave your thoughts in the comments as usual. Try to not only say cuck and simp and mangina, and also add a little bit, you know, something that, you know, some sense. Or whatever. If you just want to leave cuck and mangina, you go ahead and leave cuck and mangina in the comments. Like the video. If you don't, you know what to do. You can dislike it as well. You probably will. And I love you guys. Peace out. See you soon. All right.